Hey guys, I have a 2013 Veloster Turbo here, and today, yep, this is the project for today. Most Kia and Hyundai owners, especially if they have models between 2010 through maybe even 2016, y'all know what this is. So today I'm going to tackle this project. And it's this little thing here. It's called a flexible steering coupler. It goes by some other names, but that's the name that's on the package. There's a part number. I picked this up at a local auto parts store for about 18 bucks, including tax. And yeah, this is responsible for that noise there. It's very annoying, especially when driving. If you hit bumps, you hear it. And if you don't know what it is, you're 100% convinced that the whole thing is just going to fall apart in your hands and you're going to swing on into traffic and do some damages, right? But unfortunately, and somewhat fortunately, it's not as bad as it really sounds. So let's see what happens. We're going to do this step by step and pull down the entire steering column assembly to get access to the power steering assist motor. Apparently that's at the base of the steering column. So let's see what happens. To do this safely, I'm going to disconnect the negative terminal for the battery. Give about 2 minutes or so for any remaining charges to, I guess, disappear from the car, especially charges that are connected to the airbag assembly and so on. Apparently you're supposed to wait a few minutes, I guess, preventing any deployment of airbags just in case you hit anything that you shouldn't hit and so forth. So I'm going to disconnect the battery and go from there. Now you're going to have to remove 2 screws on both the right and the left side, and there's going to be one underneath the column as well. You're going to have to remove the side cover right here to gain access to a couple of these Phillips screws here. Yeah, just taking my time, guys. This is all plastic, so once you remove all the screws, you can just gently pry it apart. I used a flathead to slightly, pry the plastic apart. I guess professionally you should use trim removing tool, but just be gentle and you'll be fine. And then you carefully disconnect all switches and connections. So there's one there to the parking assist switch, and of course you have the OBD2 port there. I'll see if that can be disconnected safely. Remove the 5 10mm bolts. There's 2 more over to the right side, and you remove that with a socket and wrench. Now, once I've removed the top and bottom covering for the column, the plastic covering, that part is pretty straightforward. Just take your time and remove those trimmings. Always remember yellow wires, yellow looms like this are always connected to airbag, which is why it's important to disconnect the battery and wait a few minutes for any remaining charge to dissipate, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and remove anything that needs to be removed in order to drop it down and not have any wires hanging or dangling or being compromised in the process. Yeah, I know it looks a bit messy here, guys, but it's not as bad as it looks. Um, I disconnected this box here. I'm being 100% honest. I'm not even 100% sure I know what it is. I disconnected this. I don't want to have any it holding down by a wire or a loom. So I'm gonna just use some electrical tape or a zip tie just to hold it up in a corner to keep it out of the way from the column, because all of this has to be taken down. So it turns out it's these two 12mm bolts that are actually holding up the entire column, which is pretty amazing to me. So I already started working on them, but it was important that I made clearance because it's all gonna drop down, right? And from what I've heard, this is pretty heavy, so it's gonna all fall down. Now it's hard to see on camera, guys, but there's a 14mm bolt that's behind the column here that has to be taken apart in order for this to drop down. To be honest, I only thought that it was just these two 12mm that was holding it up. Wrong. After watching other videos and other makes and models of Kia or Hyundai cars, they all have four, so it kind of made sense that there had to have been something else that's really holding this all up. So, and there you have it. You gently lower the entire column down. I've used my seat here as a brace. Now it's very important, you don't want to have any severe rotation happening within the entire assembly. It apparently will mess up the clock spring. It will even throw off your alignment apparently. And that's a headache I'm hoping that I won't have to deal with, or I wouldn't wish it on anyone. But this is what we're actually gaining access to. This is the problem area within here. So I'm going to pull this apart now. I'm going to have to use a Torx screw. I don't know the size right now. I think it could be a 40, but I'll double check. Okay, so it will be a T30 Torx bit. I already started working at them. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a mess. Look at that. Completely disintegrated. Wow. See? From this to that. So the new one will fit right in there. But first I'll clean this all up. I have some compressed air that I'm going to use to blow this all out. There you have it, guys. No more annoying rattling sound. This feels like a brand new. You have no idea how this feels so much better right now. But there you have it. All new. Feels like new. Feels so smooth. Now I'm gonna have to go for a test drive and see how it is. Out on the test drive. It's so smooth, guys. It's so amazing how a little piece of plastic like that can really impact your driving. This is really amazing. It feels so good.